morning. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Today I have 90 days. It's a triumphant day for me. I just didn't think. I don't want to say all the other stuff I usually say. So I didn't think that I would get 90 days again. I thought it was impossible. I thought the only way I'm going to get it is in jail or death. I figured I'd already done the institutions and it was over. And here I sit with 90 days. 3 days after I was baptized. And today I feel different. It was like I just got baptized. And if you don't believe in that, that's okay. Because I'm in a program that says you don't have to believe in that. And he doesn't have to tell you you have to believe in that either. So, you don't need that if that's not for you. But I do recommend that you do have a higher power. That you do have a power greater than yourself. That you can lean on and pray to. My higher power has given me so much because I have believed in my higher power. My higher power hasn't let me down. The house is going to be clean for the first time. And I give thanks to Amanda, I'll put that in this, for really doing a great job in the living room. And really setting the tone for what I have to do today that's left over. And there's a couple other things that need to happen, but for now, it's great. I'm super happy with where it's at. I mean, if it was an emergency and we had to, we could, with the exception of I need, a couple hours, but that's not what this is about. I feel great today. Physically, because I take care of my body. Mentally, because I'm working on my mentals. Spiritually, what can I say? I got baptized. I'm on step 4 now. My sponsor said because we work step 2 and step 3 and where I'm at with where I'm at, like I have a higher power and I'm turning my life and my will over to my higher power, and I talk about it daily that we are now on step 4 and we've worked a step 2, a step 3, a step 4, a step 5, etc. So it's not like I'm cheating. I know I've questioned it, but you take the direction of your sponsor. That's what this is about. I was prepared to do 2 and 3 over again. And I do believe that without a good enough connection to your higher power, you will get loaded again. Because you need that for the other steps. You need that for step 4. Without a higher power, it's very hard to be open-minded, honest, open-minded, and willing to write your inventory down. Although this time I will write the good and the bad in my inventory, not just the bad. But I will focus mainly on the best. The turkey's thawed. All I need to pick up is the ends and odds. The potatoes, which I will prep after I'm done cleaning. I'll be up late tonight doing it. And I do pray that I don't get upset while I'm doing it because I had to clean or something, because that is not going to work. I need the crock pot running so I can make some special cocoa so we can have a really good night. And I think we're going to play some cards or some dominoes or something, some game. I'll pull that table out in the middle of the living room. And it's really happening. And I'm really happy about it. And then the future years, I'll have table dresses and all that stuff. But, you know, I am okay with not being at that point. You know? I'm really okay with not being at that point. Not having the special occasion dinnerware that I will have eventually. Pulled aside, not used throughout the year, just pulled aside for every special occasion. I want it to be, well, first it'll start, I'm like way overthinking. But the bottom line is, anybody can pick themselves up. Anybody can take themselves from a place of bottom they felt was their rock bottom, or even just bottom. If you are in a place where you just don't feel like you're ever gonna get an edge, where you don't feel like you're ever going to be able to make the next day, let alone make the next hour. If you are in a place where you think that it is over, it's not. It's not over. It isn't over. If you can hear this, if you can read this, if you can see this, maybe not read this, but if you can hear it, or maybe read it, depending on how this ends up. It's not over. I thought it was over time and time again. And over the last year, I looked at tags and saw old tags and thought, never again will I be able to get there. How? What I have to do to get there is not going to happen. And I'm here. And I'm just here just a little bit. That's how much faith you need in yourself to be able to do this. You just need a grain of faith in yourself to surrender. And then you'll get a grain of faith in something greater than yourself. And that will turn into something huge. And I'm a testament to that. I didn't completely lose it all. You don't have to. And if you have, you still haven't. I heard somebody say this, so this isn't being copyrighted, but if you have a child or a sibling or a parent or a friend and they died, or you knew they were going to die, or let's just say they died, and in that moment that they died, what would you give to have one more moment with them? What would I give to have one more moment with my mother? What would you give to have one more conversation, one more drawing, one more run, one more game, one more fucking lunch, one more? What would you give? What would I give if I could never talk to one of my kids again? Everything. And they're here, so I have them. So I have everything. If you feel like you have nothing and you have nothing to be grateful for, I can relate. I've been there. I've been there. I can relate. I felt like I had nothing left. I felt like I had nothing to be grateful for. I was in treatment a second time, different states, multiple IOPs, and I was asked, what do you have to be grateful for? And I said, I'm not going to use my kids. My kids are done with me. What do I have to be grateful for? This is my second treatment center. And they said, why don't you start with you're not on fucking fire and work your way up from there? And even though I've had my challenges, I'll never forget that story. It meant the most to me. And I know it's a cliche in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, but I'm telling you, it wasn't for me. I'd never heard it before. And if you've never heard it before, start there. Start with, at least I'm not in a hole about to get my ass shot off from insurgents or some Russians or whatever it may be. Because whatever situation you're going through, there's somebody out there that would snap their fingers and take it in a heartbeat. Like that. And there are people out there that are dead, that if they could have one more day to be just even in your shoes, even in my shoes, they would take it. Because what they would do with that day is more than we can imagine we would do. You're worth it. I love you. I love me. And it's not over yet. I always use the word yet. It's not over yet. I'm not done yet. I haven't got clean yet. I haven't started working out yet. Don't stop using that word, but do something. Faith without works is dead. I love you. Happy Thanksgiving.